What's up, y'all? This is the Curious One, and I just realized that I could show the knives in a better light, and so we're gonna do that. And because I don't like editing, I'm probably just gonna splice this onto either the beginning or the ending of the video that I made, and probably the beginning. That way, you can see the results and decide whether or not it's even worth watching the video. Because I'm just not that professional. So. This is the results that I was getting using the process that I was using before. Now that's not too, it's actually not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, don't take all the damage on the blade like as part of it, because this blade has been through hell. It's been with me for a very long time. I've done things to this knife that nobody should do to their knife, and I've always been able to bring it back. And believe it or not, this is actually extremely sharp. But after changing the process a little bit, this is what I've actually been able to come up with, what I've been able to get recently. No, I'm still not professional. I'm not and it's not perfect. As you can see, there's still a lot of lines on the blade from the sharpening process. Man, that's too much fun. Being able to get that light to glean off of there like that, that's pretty cool. So we'll take this one, we'll place it against the and as you can see, you can slightly get a reflection, but it's like real foggy. Can't really make out the details all that great. And this is the new results of the new one. As you can tell, that's way better. Way better. You can see the little, like all the little strings on the on that cloth. And like I said, it's still not perfect. I haven't perfected the process yet. If you look, you can actually see the detail on the actual edge of the blade edge here better than what you can on the blade. Excuse me. But if you look here, now that's nice. You can actually make out the details on the coin itself. What up? There it is. I'll do this one last time here on this Lone Star card. If you look, you see, you can actually get a glimpse. You know what I mean? But and don't get me wrong, if you put this edge on your knife, you're going to be very happy. It's extremely sharp. This is more for the the EDC nuts, the people that like to take pictures of their knives and stuff. Look at that. Now before you say, oh, mine looks so much better, just Just imagine that you're going from doing your knives yourself. You know, you're doing your knife yourself, and you're used to getting this type of edge, and now you're getting this. You know what I mean? That would make, you know, it makes a difference. I'm sure there's people out there that are better than I am. Of course there is. I'm very happy with the new results, and but at the same time, I'm not against getting better results. So if there's anybody that sees this and they're like, you know what, if you did this, you could get even better. That's great. You can go ahead and you leave that down in the comments for me. I'll check it out. I'll definitely take it into consideration. But if you're a professional and you see my little crappy video where I'm drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, and talking to my friends, and you want to look down your nose at me and, you know, just be an asshole, you can just keep moving, man. You don't have to comment. You know what I mean? But if you see it and you want to give a hand up or whatever, and be a cool person, then go for it, man. Go ahead, leave comments, ask questions, whatever you want to do. That's fine with me. Y'all take it easy, stay out of trouble, and have a good night. What's up, y'all? This is the Curious One, and I was just wanting to do a quick vid about my progression with the Lansky knife sharpening system. I'm going to tell you how I was doing it and what I've changed, and I'll show you the difference in the results. So originally, I just would clamp the knife in like so, and I would actually work the stones in hand like such, and then flip it over this way and work the stones. But I bought a clamp for it. I mean, like a stand. I have that bolted to the table. I'll show you that in a little bit. So this is the system that I bought. Cost me around $40. I got it at Academy. You can find them on Amazon or whatnot, wherever. So it came with extra coarse, medium, fine, and extra fine. And of course, all of them came with rods, but I'll show you why there's not rods here in a minute. In two of them. So I would just work. I'd start with this one. I would work my way down. Once I got down here, I would. I had this old belt that I'd used up, and I couldn't use it anymore. So I just took it and glued it to like a piece of steak that I found laying around, and then I would take some of this compound from a Dremel. Right, I'd put it on this side over here, and I'd strop on this side, and then I would move down here to where there wasn't any compound, and I would strop down here. Now, I know it's not the best, and most people are going to be like, you're stupid, blah, 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 the holes, blah, 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 this and that, whatever. But you know what? It actually did work pretty well. Not the greatest, like I said. I'm sure the holes didn't give me the best results, but I could take a knife that I'd been using for a little while, and I'd strop it on either side, and I could get that knife pretty sharp again without having to go through the whole process. And it gave me some extra blade life, so it worked okay. So basically, it would give me a fairly shiny edge, but it wasn't like mirror the way I wanted. You know, it would give me an edge that looked like this, and I'll try to set it up a little bit better later. Basically, you're not getting real good reflections unless something's really close to it. For the most part, when you look at it, you're basically just getting like kind of a fuzzy reflection of the light. And I'll show that to you better in a little bit here. So I bought the stand, bolted it to this table over here, and then I bought a sapphire stone, and the box says that that's like 2,000 grit. And I bought a leather strop. So then I would just go through. So what I did was I went through like that, and I got down to the leather strop, stropped the crap out of it, and I just wasn't really satisfied with the results that I was getting. It was making it a little bit more reflective, a little shinier, but I still had a lot of micro scratches and everything in it, and I just wasn't getting the mirror like finish that I really wanted. So I got some Mother's mag and aluminum polish, and I took a piece of Scotch tape and placed it over the sapphire stone, rubbed some of that Mother's on there, and used that to polish. So I would just take a Q-tip, put a little bit of Mother's polish on it. Take this with the Scotch tape, like I said, over top of it, and I would just put a little bit of this on there. And I would take it to the angle, the desired angle. Of course, take my finger and make sure that it's pushed all the way up so that it's exactly right angle. Now just one. Again, be careful about the tip. Don't let the stone roll off of the tip, or you're going to round it off. Just a reminder, remind you as many times as you can, because as you're going, you're going to be like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and you're going to get complacent, and you're going to start doing things that you wouldn't normally have done. So just try to keep that in mind. Alright, so you keep going like that, keep going like that. This is going to turn black. So if you're not completely done, you're going to wipe off that polish, wipe off all the black stuff, wipe off the blade. Add some clean polish and start over. Now, I'm just going to clean this up because I'm going to give you a quick show of what the blade looks like now compared to what it looked like before. Now, we'll figure it out. We'll figure that out in a second. And this is the results I kind of got. This is the original way that I was doing it. Unfortunately, on this blade, I don't have anything to show you like what just the sapphire stone and the leather strop would do. But I would go, like I said, I would go through all those stones. I would hit it with the leather strop, and then from there I went back to the sapphire stone, put the tape on it, and used polish. And this is the results that I got from that. And just the sapphire stone leather strop was in between these two. So this is the original way I was doing it with the belt. As you can see, it's pretty shiny, but like I said, everything's kind of like, it's kind of foggy. Like it looks like I don't know, like the windows that you that are in the restroom sometimes that make it so you can't really look in. It's kind of like that. It looks kind of frosty. And if you look at the other side, you can see it's a lot shinier. There are still some micro scratches, and I could probably get those out if I continue. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it done. I might do like a few more passes, but I'm not going to go crazy and try to get look at it with the jeweler's loupe and try to get every last scratch out of it. I think this is pretty good the way it is. So now I understand there's going to be people out there that are like, oh, that's common sense, dummy. Everybody does that, or something like that. Like, look, dude, I'm not talking to people that are professional or whatever. I'm kind of doing this for a friend because he's asked me a few times before, like, what I use for sharpening my knives. This is, you know, my new experience, and I kind of wanted to just make this video and show it to him. And if it helps anybody else runs into it and it helps them out, then that's cool too. But I don't do YouTube professionally. I'm not making this video. As you can see, it's not very professional. And so don't come in here and be a fucking knife snob and act like a fucking jerk, okay? All right. Y'all take it easy. Have a great night. Try to stay out of trouble.